Previously on the Lesser Prophecies.
All four of you, plus Scamp, plus our theory, tumble onto a grassy hill. You're in eastern Morrowind, you're on the mainland, and you can tell that you all reek. You've got some stank on you, so with a little bit of time and effort, you can get yourself cleaned up, but you probably need to get to a town to wash up and clean your equipment. How do mortal towns work?
Should we leave Scamp? I don't know.
Is anyone willing to part with a cloak?
They're not going to fit.
Who's good with deception?
Yeah, you all sort of back away from Scamp, and Scamp is wearing a robe that's been kind of like wrapped and tied a little bit. He's ugly, but maybe? Hopping out of the box is a banded Vardvark.
Oh my god, it's a Vardvark.
Yes! Look at him, he's adorable! What is this thing? It's adorable!
I'm Endis Amen, and welcome to the Ashmoth Festival. First time, lovelies.
And you are now free to walk around the town.
Aravande, you still think resting and getting cleaned up is the first order of business?
Probably go a little better if we're not so smelly, but this is very exciting. I think we should try a little bit of everything.
We definitely don't want to be known as a smelly people.
I agree.
The first town you get to and you're the smelly kid.
Yeah.
I mean, we got a Nord and a Bosmer. I don't know what their cultural norms are. They may have been fine with it.
Adam.
Ouch. I don't know if that was like a like an actual burn or not.
Faywin's fine with it. Unfazed.
I guess head towards the inn and hope there really is room.
We'll just check right in and then come back out. It'll be great.
Vardy's just hopping behind.
Vardy, is that the name you're going with?
I've got no name yet, so Vardy's right now. He's been set up, though. I've got it working. And I should let everybody know his traits and ideals, because I had to roll for them.
Oh, okay.
His personality trait is, I stay on alert so that others can rest.
Oh my gosh.
His flaw, though, is anytime is a good time for a belly rub.
Oh my god, that's the best flaw I've ever heard.
It's legitimately one of the options that I rolled here. It's like one of the possible flaws, and one of them, I rolled a 3, and it's anytime is a good time for a belly rub.
That's amazing.
I love it. I love it so much.
I love it so much.
All right. You all are going in. We'll say that Scamp is in tow.
Can we go in and ask for a room? Or multiple rooms? How does our team generally deal with this? Do we all get our own rooms when we go to an inn? Do we get a big room and just...
I'm going to say that there's probably 4 separate beds, but there is like a separate private like wash area and so forth, so people still have privacy.
So it's like a suite.
Yeah, we can assume that, this is like the best Western Morrowind.
Amazing.
Yeah. You walk in, and the innkeep, who you have been told is named Breaks the Immersion, is behind a counter, washing some mugs. She looks up and says, "Looking for a room?"
If you have it, yes.
And a hot bath.
We've got that too. Most people already wash. Her eyes start to look at Scamp, like she starts to kind of squint at him, and then she goes, "Holy crap, is that a Vardvark?"
I know he pops up because he's so friendly.
He goes, "Holy crap, I don't think I've ever seen one of these." I shouldn't say holy crap, I should say like Zooth, or I don't know, what Argonian exclamation.
Holy Zooth.
Yeah, Zooth.
I erect the spine of surprise.
Yeah, Scamp sort of like wipes his brow. You guys get a room. It'll be 20 gold for all 4. So
Done.
total.
I'll pay it. All right.
We can assume you get up, get changed, get washed.
Yeah, we gave Lost all the septums, right? That's what we did last time, if I remember.
Did we? I don't remember. I have 40, so I paid it, and we can deal with the consequences of that later.
We gave somebody all the septums, I feel like, that we found earlier.
Our theory, and then he just ran off.
That's who had it.
Probably.
All right, great. So yeah, you pay, you get up, you get washed, and you get back downstairs. The morning is still going strong. The festival is still kicking into high gear. There's some games over to the western outskirts. There's some shopkeepes and people with vendors and so forth kind of about. There's food. And there is a Bosmer out on the field. You can register with her to get into the Ashmoth tournament.
I'd like to go over there and figure out what the Ashmoth tournament is.
Okay.
What's that mean? So Faywin walks outside and kind of sort of looks around. Very tempted by the smell of the cooking meat delicacies. So definitely going to check those out also.
I'm coming back to you later.
I'm coming back to you. I'm going to put a pin in that one.
I figure Faywin sounds like she's moving a little bit quicker, like just a little bit of pizzazz in her step. So I sort of walk slowly after her. I'm taking a break now. I'm calming down. So
Nice.
I'm going to follow other people instead of lead right now.
Faywin is sort of like a little bit re-energized by like this new, like totally different sort of atmosphere. And she's normally a little bit more shy, but she's just kind of wanting to sort of like see everything right now. So she's
Kind of
just
jazzed
like,
by the new surroundings.
Yeah. So she's like walking around, kind of taking it all in.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah, I have a Vardvark, so
You're like, I don't care about this entire
I'm
festival.
entirely distracted by this little guy. Because I can talk to him now.
And just what noise does the Vard just kind of go, lamb? That's actually a perfect noise. Oh my gosh. I'm going to cut that, and whenever I have the Vardvark do something, I'm going to play it.
Amazing.
Wait, I can do this.
So let's see. Faywin and Titus are moving over onto the games field. Eravande, what are you doing?
I'm watching them leave, kind of like, okay, that looks fun. But I'm going to talk to Breaks the Immersion and just, kind of go up and just say, excuse me, before I go out there, who's in charge of this town? Do you have like a mayor or something like that?
Well, Argonian government is strange. There's less structure, but the Nasa Ogel Council runs the area. Their representative, Nijma, is presiding over the Ashmoth tournament. He will be out to deliver the prizes.
Sounds good. Thank you very much.
Quest has been updated.
Did you update journal and then go out the door?
Talk to Nijma. Okay, and Lon, you're just fawning over your Vardvark. Any other steps you're taking? Perfect. Okay.
I will just say I'm following around the group, but I'm very distracted.
Okay. Obviously. All right. We'll follow up on Faywin then. So Faywin, you're walking over to the Bosmer, who is firing a few arrows into some dummies, and some other people are sort of like practicing with swords. It's sort of like a little like play combat area. She says, "Hey, you want to test your skill?"
Yeah. Is this for the Ashmoth tournament?
Oh, you're one of the participants. Sure. I'm Twigwin, and I'm helping facilitate the Ashmoth tournament. Is anyone who all is playing? We currently have 4 spaces on the blue team.
Oh.
We don't know the rules to the tournament yet.
Yeah, what? Yeah.
Oh, so you're brand new to the area. Okay.
Yeah.
So these moths come in, these ash moths. I don't know if you've seen them. They're gray. I'm losing it over the Vardvark noise. You've seen some of these moths about, surely. There's droves of them. And as you look around, you're seeing a lot of gray moths, right? And she says, if you look close, you might see a couple of blue ones in there, in small batches. When the ash moths come in droves, sometimes the rare Azura moth gets confused and travels with them on their migratory pattern. So they're slightly more rare. The Ashmoth tournament is 2 teams face off to see who can catch the most Azura moths in the given time. You're each given a net that has been enchanted so that once the moth is in, it doesn't come out until the end. There's a ton of tiny rules, but the majority of them are you can't use magic and you can't use weapons.
Oh. Okay. I think I might like to try my hand at this Azura catching moth business.
Okay. Yeah, she pulls out a little clipboard. I don't know. A flat object with a parchment on it. I don't know what the. Yeah, it's like it's a Fallout clipboard. We're gonna say, and writes gets your name and your info.
Should we all join? I don't know. Does it increase the odds if there's 4 slots left?
As she's like registering, she wants to know like, so what does the winning team get?
The winning team gets some items from the town's vault. I don't know all the details, but I know that there is a shawl that supposedly lets you see through ash and fog. There's some sort of crystal that mages can use. There's some sort of imperial pendant, I think, from back when the Legion was here, and a pair of bracers or guards, I think, was what I saw.
That sounds pretty nice. Sounds like pretty nice pricing.
Yeah, I'll play the game.
All right, so over Faywin's shoulder, Titus hears the imperial pendant thing. Is like, I'll join. I'm joining.
I'm in.
Yeah.
I know that shawl sounds pretty nice. We can be a little bit more fashionable.
You gotta look good. You can't fight Namira if you ain't cute.
That's like rule number 1.
Fashion scrolls.
It's always about the
Gotta
fashion,
look
no matter
good.
what game you're
That's
playing,
right.
you know?
I don't care about the stats. Gotta look good. All right, so Aravande and Lon, I assume you're close by. You're kind of trailing behind, but you hear that little bit about prizes, and you're just kind of perked at that.
Intrigued.
Well, if everyone else wants to, I suppose I could give it a try, but I don't promise I'm going to be very good at it.
We're swinging a net at bugs. That's what we're doing, right?
But
Okay.
there's no magic.
I'm positive there's a Mario Party minigame about this.
No, this is Animal Crossing.
There's
This
that
is
too.
legitimately, we're playing Animal Crossing now, and I'm here for it.
Me too.
But this one, there's
Me
a
too.
timer, and you get more points for getting the right butterflies.
Also, now you owe Nijma like 12 billion septums, and you have to pay it off.
They built us a house. I didn't realize.
Yeah, as soon as you said, "Yeah, I'll put down 20 gold for the inn room," you now own the inn.
All right.
All right, so the whole party is signed up.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, Twigwin says, "Yeah, you guys have until noon, so enjoy the festival."
Great.
That's start time. Got it.
Yeah, so you got some time to play around.
Faywin is now gonna go get that meat.
Gotta go get them meats.
I guess having a good lunch or brunch would be a good idea for all of us. My cat agrees.
Lunch and or brunch. Yeah, I think it's probably like 10:30ish. So yeah, you probably in brunch.
Varvark appears.
Second breakfast.
Yeah, the Vardvark is interested in the food.
Are there vendors that aren't just doing food?
Yes, further to the east, there's a few vendors. There's sword and armors. There's an artist alley kind of thing. There is a magic table that's been sort of set up, and a potion shop. These items, I'm going to assume, are sort of like the basic fare that you see like in the rule book that you can buy when you're setting up your character.
Can we pawn off some of those commemorative items that we have that I presume are just to be designed to be turned into gold, but I don't know who's best to go do that. Or if we
Yeah,
even
you
have to talk
can
about it.
can sell those to the weapon and armor vendor.
We still have the severed head, right?
I still have a
Yeah,
separate
Yeah,
Titus
we
still has a
do.
severed head in his
It's-
pack, which is weird
However,
by social standards.
are there couriers in this town?
You're gonna mail the head.
Great idea.
Why not?
That's some Thalmor level stuff. We don't do that, Lon.
Okay, let's step back for a second. If a head is considered like a general like currency for proving that you've done something, how on earth? Why can't we mail it?
So you are trying to internationally, because by the way, this is outside of the province, so you are doing an international sending of body parts through, I'm only assuming, like, Western Morrowind Union. That I'm loving these jokes. I'm going to do every single Western Morrowind joke I can. I got pages. I feel like there's a federal law somewhere.
I'm gonna look up to
that.
see if there's any
there's not a
indications
federal, right?
of bodies being
Like the
sent.
Empire's not in charge of these two states?
Listen, Lon, I'm a boss man. That's iffy, man.
I'm just saying. It'd be nice if we didn't have to carry the severed head around with us.
You know, if you could find an orc who is on their way to Narzlbur, maybe they'll send the head with them?
Or could someone teleport it there?
I'm not that kind of mage, buddy.
You would have to. So, as in like from a fraud mitigation standpoint, someone walks up and goes, "Hey, I got a head. I want to teleport it to somebody." Are you just gonna send that without knowing a whole lot more information, like provable information?
I'm sure there's a tracking spell or something that can give us a tracking scroll with it? I don't know. I don't want to carry this head around
just
with us. I feel
spitballing
like
ideas.
it's going to be a problem later on. Can we leave it in the room? But is that going to be a problem when housekeeping comes?
Do not touch. Severed Dunmer head.
Don't open dead dove. I don't know what I expected. I asked Scamp if his backpack is enchanted or if it's just a normal backpack.
It's just pretty straightforward. It's made of leather.
Is the magic on that crate still available? Can we put it inside the crate?
Do you still have the crate? Did you bring it with you, Lon?
I still have my glowing crate with the Ouroboros on it.
Imagine buying like
just
the
empty.
new crate season, and it's just a Dunmer head, and that's it.
I bet someone would be excited about that if we're being entirely honest. Someone's like, ooh, sweet furnishing.
I know Dunmer head emote. So you're taking it, going, oh,
Memento.
St. Jude decoration. Yeah.
yeah, there you go, exactly. Oblivion furnishings.
So actually, we just go somewhere and I put it inside his crate, and then we put that crate inside the bag it came from, and have Scamp still carry it.
Okay, all right. Scamp's carrying the head now. Scamp might already stink just a little bit, so might mask it.
Perfect. We made progress, everybody. Good game.
I still have his ring in my pocket.
Have you been spending time looking at it for the past while?
We haven't spent any time resting until today.
This is true.
Get food and
Would
relax over the course of a lunch and examine some stuff.
Yeah, I have to do a rest.
Yeah, you can do a short
What time
rest.
does the butterfly catching competition start?
No.
At noon.
In noon. We'll say it's about 10 or 10:30. You probably have time for a short rest.
Does anybody have a ball I can use to play with the Vardvark?
We have a head.
We're not using a severed head.
I know Faywin goes over, after we have that discussion, Faywin goes over and gets some food, right? Mm-hmm. I figure we can grab a little bit of stuff for everybody, something fresh and hot. And then as we eat, we can relax, chat, and Eravande can do her magical research.
Yay!
All right. Great. So, yeah, I mean, they've got all sorts of foods. Faywin, they've definitely just got straight meat, which is definitely up your alley. The vendor eats the meats, gives you a big portion. There's also pies. There's candied apples. There's some
Pies?
standard
Meat pie?
standard fare food. Yeah, there's meat pies as well.
I'm in.
Just slice of pie. That's what I want. Mm-hmm. But not meat pie. That's weird.
What? You don't like chicken like pot pie?
I do. I think it's fantastic.
What?
Does your character?
Aravande's got a sweet tooth, man. She wants that sweet, tasty pie with fruit or whatever it's got in it.
So okay, so you're getting a like a fruit pie and
Yeah, well, just a slice. I'm not gonna eat a whole. I'm not a barbarian. I'm not gonna eat a whole pie.
That's a food
Skyrim
coma.
taught me you eat whole pies.
Just whatever like a normal haunch of meat is. I don't know what that is here.
all right, yeah, you go over to eat the meats as well, and he hands you a plate of pretty good meat. You imagine it's like bantam guar or something like that.
Yum.
Something hot.
Yeah, one of those big like turkey legs.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is there like a nice bench or a tree or something we could sit under and picnic
Have a
and
picnic?
observe weird magical rings?
Yeah, there's a bench outside of the inn.
Heck yeah.
You can go kind of sit at and just sort of hang out. So yeah, you spend some time looking at this ring. Maybe you have like some reference journals you're looking back in. Like you feel like I've heard something about this, and you look. Which all of this again is very hard to look at. This ring is fuzzy. It's almost like it's low res. Like I said, you have found a passage that references a ring like this, and so you determine that this is a ring of Passwall. The ring of Passwall has 3 charges. You point the ring of Passwall at a wall that you can see within range, and a 5-foot deep by 15-foot wide hole will appear in the wall.
Amazing.
That's very useful.
Is very useful.
The hole is not structurally destabilizing to the wall. It won't make something fall apart. It magically creates this hole in the wall that will remain there indefinitely. And after 3 charges, the ring is destroyed.
If the wall is less than 5 feet deep, do things on the other side of the wall also end up as a hole?
No, it just works on the wall. However, if the wall is thicker than 5 feet, which would be 1 square, then it just creates an indenture, like it puts like a bevel into
crevice.
the wall. Yeah, but nothing beyond it.
We're pulling back all the ancient magics
Yeah.
right now.
This is really neat, guys. And Aravani like explains with a lot of gusto what the ring does, and she's kind of holding it up, just like, wow, that's really neat. Why did he have this? That's so weird, but good our luck.
That sounds like it's scary for you to wave it around at us, but presumably we're not walls and we'll be okay.
I know what I'm doing.
Do
Good.
you know?
But she kind of slips it
Treat
back
every
into
ring like it's loaded.
Yeah, she slips it back into her pocket anyway, but she's like, I know what I'm doing. I've well studied.
Never point a ring at anything you don't want disappeared.
So this counts as a short rest. Can I use my hit die?
Sure, you can go ahead and
Yeah,
regenerate health. Eravande cannot, though, because she spent it working on the ring.
Yeah. 1d10. Perfect. Plus 11. I'm at full health then. Nice.
Excellent. All right, so yeah, you guys are done with your short rest. Just a little bit of time before the Ashmoth tournament.
Can we go over to the guy and, I don't know if we have to haggle or anything, just sell the ESO Elsewhere commemorative coin and the Mimic Stone?
Sure. Yeah, so that's, I think, 125 total.
But are you sure you don't want to save the Mimic Stone for the one time that you might need it later on, but you're actually never going to use it?
Make a compelling
You'd
argument.
rather keep the spoiled potions than the.
Oh, I figured we would just throw those away. I didn't think those were worth anything.
Aww. Okay.
Will the Varvark eat them?
Ooh.
No, don't give them to the Vardar.
Do you want the Vardvark to
So
die?
125?
That's the question.
We don't know what it'll do. Maybe it'll make him stronger.
Did you say it was 125?
125 for those two, yeah.
Does anybody else have gold? Like, are we actually just doing a full-on team pooling it, or does each person have
Well,
some
I
stuff?
had some stuff to begin with.
Yeah.
I have 40.
Yeah, we all had 40, I believe, to start.
Okay, and we just haven't spent
Correct.
any yet. So far, we had not actually pooled gold then, since I also had 40 when we walked into town.
But
So,
we found gold in one of the sessions.
I mean, I might have been the one that took the stuff that we would later sell. I don't think we found
I'm
any.
pretty sure we found septums.
Did we?
I may have to go back and listen.
Maybe in session 0 you found some septums.
I was busy with my book.
That's where we originally
Did
had the
everybody start with
discussion
40?
of, do we want to split this up evenly, or do we just want one person to hold on to it?
In the meantime, is it fine if I just keep track? Okay. You guys all keep the 40s you have as emergency stuff, but right now I'm at 190.
Before we go to our joint account.
Yeah. So we got that stuff sold. I got rid of some of the excess items. I kept the Orca shirt. I know that helps with personality rolls or persuasion or something like that.
Correct. While it's being worn, I believe you have advantage on persuasion.
As long as it's not dirty.
So if we ever need to have finery and go before someone, then we'll get dressed in our orcish finest. Okay. Fast forward to noon.
Okay.
Press T to wait.
Yeah, so you all get out into the field where Twigwin is, and people are starting to kind of congregate and getting ready to watch. The vendors have sort of stopped. Everyone's just kind of like watching as everyone sort of lines up. And the other team, the yellow team, they all come over and they're sort of sitting on one side. There is an orc, a Dunmer woman, an Argonian, and an Imperial are all on one side of the field. And there's also a Khajiit. On your team, there is, I don't have like a Dunmer child NPC, but you have a Dunmer child on your side, and he comes running up and he says, "Hi, I'm Ethan. Are you an outsider? You guys are Outlanders, right? That's cool. You guys kind of stink."
That's
Took a
rude.
bath.
Okay.
That's rude, Ethan.
Maybe that's just how you guys smell. Cool. So yeah, this is my first time doing the Ashmoth tournament. Are you guys like pros? Do you think we're gonna win?
We've never heard of the tournament until today, but yes,
Yes.
we're going to win.
Okay, awesome. Yeah. Oh, I can't wait. He waves, and his mom is sitting over on a blanket, and she waves back.
We have to win now.
A voice booms over the crowd and says this.
Welcome everyone to this year's Ashmoth competition. The fog has lifted from the inner sea and we have clear skies. Perfect for finding the elusive Azura moth.
That Dave Attenborough voice is Kyle Rebel from the Skyblivion Project,
Oh my gosh, that's awesome.
who did not only the Dremora Curva, but also this announcer. Each of you has been handed a net. and the nets have like sort of an enchantment on them. You can see it a little bit. It kind of glimmers, so that if a Azura moth gets in, it cannot flutter out, and that way you can count which ones you get. So everyone's lined up. Everyone's ready. The other team, the yellow team, gets into a ready position. You have full run of the town, you have been told, but the majority of this can take place in the field.
I whisper over Ethan to Phelan and say, we really should have figured out the rules before we
I
started.
think it's just catching bugs.
The orc, you think he's ostensibly the leader of that team. He's a big dude, and your friend Athen says, that's Ganak. He's kind of a jerk, and he's sort of like a know-it-all. I don't know. He kind of sucks.
Wait, where did we leave Scamp?
There's a face painting spot.
Nice.
And an Argonian is painting his face like, I don't know. I was going to say like a cat, but that would be weird in Elder Scrolls.
A cinch.
Yeah, a cinch. There you go. But it's like a very cartoony cinch, and so he looks very silly.
That's my favorite thing today.
Yes.
Amazing.
Your Vardvark is also over there with Scamp.
Oh, he's not with me?
No, it decided to sit this one out. It doesn't want to get stepped on.
I was going to use him.
He's keeping a
I was
watch
going to get
out.
him to smell for moths and run around.
Everyone roll initiative.
Yeah. Oh, I got a 2.
Ooh, 18. Oh, wait, I'm 19. I forgot to add my initiative modifier.
Oh, a 2 and a nat 1.
Ooh.
Arvande is not good at bug catching, apparently.
Well, I think Iravandi's also just kind of like half-hearted about this once she heard no magic.
She's like, I've got a net.
It's a magical net.
Like, what is the purpose of this?
Magic makes everything better.
All right. The Orc Ganak got first.
Oh, a stupid Ganak.
Outrage.
Yeah.
Rigged.
All right. There is the Argonian Beck, the Imperial Brucius Ducius. I'm sorry. Brucius Ducius, Ganak, Jaren, and Razum Dazum.
Give me old Razum Dazzum.
Gotta give him the old Razum Dazum. All right.
Is Razum Dazum a Khajiit, I assume?
Razum Dazum, yes, is the Khajiit.
Okay.
Amazing.
Ganak
No, it's not.
rushes over the second the chime to begin the tournament starts, runs over to sort of the middle of the field and takes a huge swipe and gets 2 moths.
The competition has begun, and already Ganak, the reigning champion, has taken the lead.
Lon, it is your turn.
Sportscast.
So here is how this will work for combat. You will see Azura moths about the field, and you can run up, take a swipe. You'll roll a d20 against their AC, and if you hit, you then roll a d6 to see how many you get.
I like it.
Okay.
I like this.
Do we add
That's a
our
lot of moths everywhere.
modifiers?
Cool.
Or is it just a straight D20?
You can use your modifier. Why not?
It'd be dexterity, I assume? Agility makes the most sense for this to
Yeah.
be.
That works for me.
I mean, no, let's use willpower, which I have a modifier of 4 on. I ran to my left and swing, so I roll a d20.
Mm-hmm.
Nat 1.
Oh.
We're twinning too hard tonight.
Rough.
Ganak openly mocks you.
Full on crash into that building.
Yeah, you like trip over a chair.
Oh, Aravande just leans over towards like the Dunmer child and is like, he is a jerk. We should beat him.
I thought you were talking about me for a second.
No, not you, Lon.
It's like rude.
No, Ganak gave a big hearty laugh when you boofed that one.
Okay, well, I'm guessing that's the end of my turn.
Yep. Jaren will go. She comes over here. She takes a swing. She missed.
Ooh.
All right. Athen is going to go. He runs up and takes a swing, and he misses. But it was a good try, and his mom gives him a thumbs up.
Aw.
Good try, Ethan.
Oh.
Idana, it is your turn.
All right. Faye went out of the corner of her eye, sees one just sort of behind her. So she's going to come over here.
Mm-hmm.
Matrix backswing attack.
14.
Very nice. Roll a d6.
She fruit ninjas it. Gets all of them. Come on.
3.
Not bad.
Very nice.
Hooray!
Got him.
And what's this? Another participant has taken the lead. Gnak does not look happy about that.
Good.
Is there a rule that we heard of against physical contact with the opposing team?
Twigwin just kind of said, like, there's a bunch of little, like, kind of piddly rules, but the main one is no weapons and no magic.
Excellent.
Lon's gonna punch.
Yeah. Brucius Ducius is going to go next. And he's going to take a swing at this one here. And he gets it, and he manages to get 2 moths. And so that one disappears. Razum Dazzum smells pie, and he just kind of starts to wander. So that's all his turn. Beck takes a swing, and Beck gets 3.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh no. We're not doing great.
Titus, it is your go.
Oh no. I see that there's tons throughout the town, and so I dash down here and go swinging for that one.
Okay, you're swinging over by the inn.
Yep. 19.
Sweet. Roll a d6.
6.
Sweet.
Nice.
Titus!
Very nice. You guys are at 9 now.
If I had played Skyward Sword recently, that's exactly what it would have felt like. They all lined up in a row.
Aravande, it is your turn.
Yay. All right, well, Aravond is going to just try really hard. She's going to run over to this one. Oh, I rolled a 20.
Nat 20!
Nat 20!
Nice.
Does she double her moth damage?
Yeah, roll a d6.
6.
Aravande is just firing off.
She just decides, well, if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it right.
Real quick.
An astonishing display of prowess from the newcomers.
Perfect.
I'm gonna say that you got 12 moths for that.
Yeah, double that.
Nice.
You swing and you now have like a net full. Gnak lets out a shout and says, excuse me, you're not allowed to use magic on the field.
I'm not. Maybe you should just get better.
Referee, the mage suddenly magically got 12 moths in one swing on her first swing. a referee comes over, Twigwin walks over to you and says, yeah, sorry about this. And she pulls 6 moths out.
What?
What?
Ref, can I charge the mound?
This is discrimination.
What spell did she
How did
cast?
she duplicate?
Gnak lets out a guffaw, and we are back at the top of the order.
Jack!
Gnak.
Boo!
Aravando is staring daggers at him right now from across the field.
No.
Gnak rushes over to Athan and takes an enormous swing at the Azuramoth that Athan is trying to reach, and he hits, and he gets 6 moths. There's a lot of 6s happening.
Can we call the ref out for him cheating too?
He stole them from the little boy.
Yeah.
Twigwin says, sorry, there's no rules broken.
There was no rules broken last time, ref.
Look, listen,
Let's
I get
check
it,
your
but like
spectacles.
it's optics here, all right? The mage suddenly gets 12. No one's ever done that. Come on.
Oh. Just because I'm an outlander.
So you're crack my
Twigwin
knuckles.
is over there, looks at you like this, like with her eyes down, and is clearly a Bosmer.
Listen. I'm just saying.
So that's Gnak's turn. Lon, it is your turn.
I'm going to take another swing at the ones I have here.
Okay.
I got 10.
Yeah, that actually hits. Their AC is 10.
Oh, and another 6.
Nice.
Sweet.
And then I'm going to use my movement to go right beside Gnak.
Set a pick.
Yeah, I'm right beside him. I'm like on him. And I'm just looking around for Moz around him as if I don't even see him. But I'm in his business.
You're all up in his business.
I'm all
Okay.
up in his business. And trash talking him.
Yeah. Jaren, oh gosh, I'm throwing my dice. Jaren takes a big run and goes over to the game table and tries to take a swing at one that's fluttering near the cards. And she rolls a nat 1.
Nice.
Idana, it is your turn.
All right. Feywin heads over to this one that's just to the left of her and takes a nice big swing. 19!
Oh, yeah.
Sweet.
All right. And a D6. 5.
Oh, the sequence is broken. 5's really good.
5 is very
I'll
good.
take
I can
5.
get with
I'll
this.
take 5.
It is currently
Good job.
26 to 14.
It proves that our digital dice aren't completely weighted. They stopped giving 6s.
Brucius Ducius walks over, trying to get the ones that are close to you taken care of so that you actually have to run and make a concerted effort. And with you running all around, that maybe they can get more. He takes a swing. He hits, and he gets 1.
No style.
No style, yeah. Razum Dazum comes back with a hoagie from the food vendor. And is like, oh yeah, that's right, and rushes over, and he takes a swing.
One-handed.
That should be disadvantaged.
He's got no disadvantage. It's a one-handed weapon. He hits, and he gets 6 moths.
I don't know if you've ever tried to swing something while holding a hoagie.
We can imagine if, since there's so many 6s, I've done a D4, the air is just like polluted with moths. Like you can barely breathe.
And things are heating up. It's anyone's game now.
It looks like I can imagine this. You're surrounded basically in a cloud of ash, but it's all moths. But then there's just like sapphire glints absolutely everywhere.
Yes.
Which sounds incredible.
Yeah, very cinematic. They're all spinning it like in different directions too, and it's like.
And yet somehow Ganak can still see well enough to notice, oh, the mage got 12 across the courtyard.
Excuse me, the mage.
You can't see anything
he'll get
anymore
what's
because I'm
coming
up
to
in
him.
his face.
It is Beck's turn, and Beck runs over and through the course of movement, knocks Ethan down.
I'm going to end him.
All right, it's hockey league
That's
time.
so
Gloves off.
mean.
Drop the gloves.
Yeah, Beck takes a swing.
We didn't even help
Hits.
him up.
Nope. Ethan looks like very sort of shocked, and like looks over at his mom, and his mom's got her hands up on her face, and he kind of like looks up at you guys, and
Ethan.
You're fine,
Shake
bud.
it off.
You'll be good.
and Beck gets 5 moths.
I'm going to.
So it is now equal, and it is now Titus's turn.
Drop the gauntlet.
Okay, so I'm going to swing at the relatively big cloud still next to me.
Okay,
10.
10 hits.
5 moths.
Sweet.
Woohoo.
And then I'm going to run up and also get up in his grill.
Okay. Ganak lets out a shout and says, "Excuse me, referees. And he points over at you and he says, you can't invoke threats of violence. That guy was invoking threats of violence against Razum Dazum. I saw it. Referee."
Can I smack his mouth?
I didn't say or gesture anything.
Your team just plowed over an innocent child.
Twigwin walks over and says, "Yeah, look, listen, sorry. This guy's the worst." And takes 6 moths out.
Yeah, of ours?
What?
Yeah.
Oh my!
Now we see the corruption inherent in the system.
Aravande, it is your turn.
Aravande does not like this at all.
Yes, silence is silence.
It
Is
is. Unfortunately, everything I know is a spell because I'm a mage. I'm gonna just run over to these ones and just try to focus.
All right.
And I roll an 11.
Sweet. Yeah, you run a little ways into the field, kind of back towards the field because you were over by a building, and you take a big swing and go ahead and roll a d6.
4.
Sweet.
Better than 1.
Yeah. All right, we are back up at the top. Ganak, throughout the course of you guys moving, slips his stick between your legs, Lon, and knocks you down.
I'm going to yell very loudly and start clutching my knee as this happens, screaming, "Oh! Referee! Oh!" in dramatic tones.
proper soccer performance.
I think he broke my leg.
Ganak gives a look to Twigwin and says they cannot invoke injury unfairly, Judge.
He
You can't
hit me.
unfairly invoke an injury.
Ref, he hit me.
Twigwin walks over and looks at your leg and
He twisted
says,
my knee.
Listen, sorry about this. And she takes 6 months.
Out of me?
Yeah.
I'm going to deck the ref. This is corruption.
This is very unfair.
Lon, it is your turn, and as you're getting yourself up, Lon, you see one of the Khajiit that's over on the edge, near one of the moths, point to it, and then also sort of like point for you to come closer.
Okay, I'm going over to that guy because I'm done with this cheap game that's cheating here. Okay.
Yeah, so the Khajiit says pretend to swing. Go ahead and like get the moth.
Okay. So I swing. It's a 2.
Okay, yeah, you miss. But as you do so, this Khajiit says, Ajani, a pleasure. Not doing so hot out there.
Can't win when they're cheating.
Yeah, these elitists have been ruining the Moth Festival for years now. I used to remember when the game was fun and no one cared who won. Someone really ought to put these jerks in their place.
I agree.
You know, there's a perfume from elsewhere. It's called Kabbalah, and Azura moths love it. And there's no rules against using it in the game. And Anaji happens to have such a bottle. Maybe the game should get a little more interesting.
I am like seething in rage right now. So I'm just going along with, I'm not even asking questions. I'm saying, sure, let's do this.
All right. She, very like sleight of hand, tosses you a vial.
Okay, I'm spraying it on. I'm putting on all of my ducks here to get it in. Got my wrists, rubbing it up, rubbing it together, rubbing it on my neck.
All right. Lon, go ahead and take another swing.
Got 10.
Okay, that's a hit. Go ahead and roll.
1.
Okay. Yeah, you rolled a 1, but you got 3 moths.
Ooh.
And so you kind of give a grin, knowing that it is doing its job. Jaren gets 3. Brucius Ducius gets 1. They're now at 27, I believe. Beck takes a swing and misses, and Titus, it is your turn.
Seeing Lon move over there, and then there's like a really brief exchange while I'm swatting at bugs and everything. I notice suddenly just the cloud of blue starts swirling around him. And with that, I run forward and I sort of scoop up Ethan and help him say, dude, look at all the moths. And I pull him that direction because we say dude in Tamriel.
Dude is a very
I pull
imperial
him that
term.
direction to help out.
Can I, as Titus comes into the combat area, can I give him a big hug? He's
Yeah,
entered my surroundings.
As it's not your turn, you can sort of hold your arms out like for a hug.
I'm giving you the
As I run,
international symbol of give me a hug.
Okay, I give him a pat, but then I turn around as I sort of like hoist and toss Ethan towards the cloud. I turn around about here so I can get in the way of Ganek if he starts coming this direction. So I ready an action to somehow impose in front of him.
Okay. Okay.
I smell richly of Lon.
Yeah. You have noticed this blue cloud coming around Lon, and so has everyone else. And Ganek says, wait a second, there's some kind of pheromone or something being used. Hey, ref?
I don't think you learned the word pheromone until today.
Kind of gives you a mean look.
I'm gonna yell, show me the rule. Show me the rule.
Twigwin says, there's no rule, Ganek, sorry.
And I drop the mic.
It is Aravande's turn.
Nice. Well, you all are over there having a good time, so I'm going to keep trying to get the ones over here. So I'm just going to take a big swing at them again. I'm going to stare down Brucius.
And when she gets another critical hit, he won't notice. That's fine.
right.
I got a 9.
You don't have any agility bonus?
I do have a +1, so
That'll be a hit. That's a hit.
I haven't even been using it.
Mine's a 0, so I don't have to worry about it.
All right, yeah, go for a D6.
2.
All right.
Still better than 1.
Yeah. You guys are at 25. Brings us back to the top of the order. Ganek is looking mean, but he comes over towards Titus. Titus, you have a ready to action?
Yeah, I don't know what that looks like, but I'm just getting in
his way.
Oh,
I figure grappling is against the rules, but I'm doing whatever is the closest to grappling of just setting a pick so he can't get past me.
Yeah. He's like, ref, walking in front of a contestant from another team who's lining up to swipe at a moth. And Twigwin's like, sorry, Ganek. And so Ganek starts to kind of get towards you and can't quite get into the cloud. But
Good.
He takes a swing, but he misses. But clearly he is not happy. Lon, it is your turn.
Yeah, back off, Ganek. I'm going to swing some more. 10.
Okay, that's a hit.
4.
All right, you catch 12 moths.
Oh,
Nice.
Look at them all here, Ganek. Eat it. Eat them off.
He is seething.
Yeah.
Jaren runs towards the huge cloud of blue that has started to form around the two of you, Lon and Titus, and takes a swing.
Titus has my musk.
Yeah, takes a swing. Takes a swing and gets 5. Athen goes, and he takes a swing. He got a hit, and he rolled a 6.
Dang, yeah. Ethan.
So he catches an enormous scoop of 18 moths, which has not been done by anybody
Nice
else.
job,
Or dude, as we
Ethan.
say now in Tamriel.
Yeah. So you are now at 57 moths on your team. The mom is going ballistic.
I'm pitching her as like this, like the typical like hockey mom now in the sidelines. Just be like, that's
Yeah.
my boy. Yeah.
Brucius tries to get in, but I'm going to say that Titus, you block him too because you're kind of in the way. Razum Dazum is sort of nonplussed, and he goes back for another hoagie.
When does Adana go?
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I skip you?
Yeah.
This is the second time I've done that, skipping people. That's my bad. Yeah, you're before old Ducius.
Yeah. Oh, good. I want to come over here towards the cloud and get in on this sick bug action. Oh, that's going to be a +4, so 16.
Yeah, that's a hit.
Heck yeah, it is. And then 3.
All right. Yeah, you get 9. That puts you at 66 so far. Sorry about losing you there.
No, it's okay.
Yeah. I have like 10 names on the initiative board. I'm like, oh my gosh. Beck takes a swing and manages to get 4. Titus, it is your go.
I do a spin attack.
Spin move.
19.
Oh,
Seems to work. 6.
Nice.
Yeah. Hitting for 18.
And as I do a spin attack and get just so many moths, I glare at Ganak and say, I've never met an orc with less honor.
Oh.
Dang.
You're noticing a very quiet kind of voice coming out of Ganak.
Gonna cry.
Eravande, it is your turn.
Woohoo. I guess I'm going to run up towards the actions. 16.
Yeah, that's a good one.
My modifier. And then 3.
For a grand total of 9. You are currently sitting at 93 moths, which is completely unprecedented in the game. And as it comes back to Ganak's turn, he goes, "That's it!" And he takes a swing at Titus with his net.
No, you didn't.
It's a bug net. I think I'll survive.
He rolled a 14.
We'll see.
And yeah, it deals 4 damage.
4 damage with a bug net.
I don't have my shield on, so a 14
It is a
does
magic
hit.
bug net.
It snaps the net. His moths go flying. He lets out a scream of pathetic, powerless rage as his teammates begin to just grapple him and pull him back. Twigwin, of course, throws a flag on the field. Ganak, it appears, has been disqualified.
Oh, that's how we do.
The chime sounds for the end of the tournament, and there is a loud cheer, primarily from the mom.
Yay!
And the
happy.
announcer says this.
In a surprise move, Ganak has attempted to beat another competitor to death. This, as viewers are aware, is grounds for dismissal. A rule Ganak has used to secure 2 of his previous victories.
There's a big cheer. It's like the end of a Star Wars movie where everyone's celebrating. Everyone's just kind of jumping up and down.
I grab Athan and sort of lift him up onto her shoulder and like have him celebrate
Yeah.
on top because he's a little kid.
Yeah, Ethan puts his arms up in the air. Everyone's cheering for him. And then the announcer says this.
And we have a winner. All hail the participants on the blue team.
Woo!
Woohoo! Yeah!
Congratulations to the winners of the Ashmoth competition. While this year is a very clear example of why the game should be banned, it was certainly entertaining to watch.
Titus has got a bloody welt on his lip now.
Yeah.
But he's sort of nursing it, but smiling.
Yeah. Anaji walks over in all of that and says, "Well, you humiliated him beyond recovery. You did it. We did it together. This game is fun again and reward enough. But you owe this one, big time." And she walks back into the crowd.
That's not ominous at all.
An Argonian comes onto the field, who you assume is Nijma.
Oh.
He is dressed in sort of some better finery. There's some long feathers and things kind of in his outfit. And he has a big basket with him, a sort of commemorative basket. And he walks over to you on the field and says, "I erect the spine of congratulations. Good job on winning the Ashmoth tournament and for putting that pedant back in his place." And he hands out the winnings of the Ashmoth tournament. To Faywin, Nijma hands you the Shawl of the Zainab.
Ooh.
And this cloth wrap is a little bit gauzy. It's kind of a green-gray kind of color. And this repels elements, allowing the wearer to see clearly in ash and fog. Additionally, you can re-roll a nature check once per day.
Nice.
Ooh.
Cool.
Nijma looks over at Aravande and passes you a yellow stone about the size of your palm. He calls it a Chimer knowing stone.
Ooh.
And this faded yellow stone of Chimer design allows you to re-roll any history checks relating to magic once per day.
That's amazing.
The next statue of a woman in a dress that you see, you'll have that stone.
I will totally have it in the bag.
Yeah. Titus, he pulls out a pendant that is stamped with the Imperial Dragon symbol. Hands you this pendant. It's called Larius Varro's Pendant. It's a token honoring a former Legion member. This pendant allows the wearer to re-roll a contest of strength or an intimidation check once per day. And to Lon, he hands you the Guards of the Vernal Pool. These are bone mold, sort of like bracers. The user becomes immune to the effects of poison, paralysis, or alcohol. And it's for 10 minutes once per day. And it must be activated prior to that stuff hitting you. So if you're in combat and you get poisoned, activating it doesn't cancel it out.
Gotcha. And it was immune to poison, alcohol, and what was it?
And paralysis.
Thank you.
So Nijma congratulates you and thanks you for participating in the Ashmoth tournament.
A pleasure.
Thank you,
It was an
Nishma.
honor. Actually, if you have a moment, Aravande had some just other things we wanted to ask you about.
Hey everyone, thank you for listening to Session 6 of the Lesser Prophecies, The Festival. This was easily one of the most fun sessions to record. I could not have foreseen how invested the party was going to get after Athan got knocked down. As GM, I was thrilled how much they enjoyed it, and I hope you did too. A very special thanks to Kyle Rebel of the Skyblivion team for voicing the Ashmoth announcer. Kyle was kind enough to voice not one but two characters for this project, and I'm super thankful for it. Special thanks as always to Kaz Wright for his music. The song you heard at the end is called Walk on the Waterfront. As always, there's a link below to his other work. There's more coming down the pipeline. See you in Session 7.